You wake up in the morning, nothing's happened yet. No bad news, no emergency, no fire to put out, and you already feel behind. Your phone buzzes and your body tightens. An email comes in and you feel like you have to respond right now. Someone asks you a question and you feel there's a right answer you have to produce on the spot. Nothing is actually on fire, but your brain brought the fire truck anyway. This is what anxiety urgency looks like. Your brain has gotten so used to operating in emergency mode that it stopped being able to tell the difference between an actual emergency and a normal Tuesday. So if you've ever asked yourself, why am I always anxious? This may be a big part of the reason. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why your brain gets stuck in urgent mode and a simple way to take your day back. Let me tell you what anxiety urgency actually looks like in real life, because it does not look like panic. It looks like a very busy, very productive, very exhausted person who cannot figure out why they never feel caught up. You wake up and immediately feel behind, even though nothing has gone wrong yet. You check your phone first thing in the morning because not checking feels irresponsible. You respond to emails and texts faster than you need to because waiting feels like falling behind. You refresh your inbox 3 times in 10 minutes just to make sure. You rush decisions just to get the pressure off, even when the decision could wait. You finish one task and instead of taking a breath, you immediately feel the weight of the next one. You have a rare calm moment and instead of enjoying it, you start scanning for what you forgot. And rest? Rest feels irresponsible. Like if you slow down for one afternoon, everything's going to collapse. So you stay in motion. Not because you have to, because stopping feels more dangerous than moving. Here is the problem. You are not leading your day. You are just responding to subpoenas from your nervous system. And your nervous system has marked everything as urgent. Here is why this happens. Anxiety is a threat detection system. Its job is to spot danger early and get you moving before the danger arrives. And for most of human history, that was incredibly useful. The problem is your brain cannot always distinguish between a real threat and a perceived one. So when anxiety is running high, it starts flagging everything. The unread email, urgent. The decision that has a 2-week deadline, urgent. The voicemail that you have not listened to yet, urgent. The quiet moment with nothing on the agenda, suspicious. The anxiety department has marked everything urgent. And because it feels urgent, you respond to it like it's urgent, which tells your brain the alarm worked. Keep sounding it. So it does. Here's the part that makes this especially destructive for high performers. You are good at responding fast. You are good at handling things. You are good at staying on top of everything. So the urgency feels justified. It feels like you are just being responsible. But there is a difference between genuine urgency and anxiety manufacturing urgency. Genuine urgency, something actually needs to happen now, and real consequences follow if it does not. Anxiety urgency, something feels like it needs to happen now, but if you waited an hour, a day, or a week, nothing would actually fall apart. Most of what feels urgent falls into the second category, and every time you obey the false alarm, you are training your brain to keep sending them. You are not getting more efficient. You're getting more reactive. And eventually you stop setting the agenda for your own day. Anxiety sets it for you. The smoke alarm is going off, but most of the time it's just toast. And you need to stop calling the fire department every time you make breakfast. Here is a simple 4-step tool I call the urgency check. The next time something feels urgent, run through this before you react. Step 1, pause. Not forever, just for 5 seconds. Before you respond to the email, before you rush the decision, before you pick up the phone. Pause. That pause is the most important thing you can do because right now your nervous system is making the call. The pause gives you the chance to make the call instead. Step 2, ask one honest question. Is this actually urgent or does it just feel urgent? Not does it feel important? Not would it be nice to handle it now? Is there a real consequence if I wait an hour, a day, a week? If the answer is no, it's anxiety urgency, not a real emergency. Just the smoke alarm going off over toast. Step 3, identify the actual consequence of waiting. This is where you get specific. If I did not respond to this email in the next 10 minutes, what actually happens? If I do not make this decision today, what actually changes? Most of the time, the honest answer is nothing, or something minor that can be handled later. Name the actual consequence, not the anxious story about the consequence. Step 4, choose the next right action instead of the fastest anxious reaction. There is a difference between the two. The fastest anxious reaction is whatever makes the pressure go away the fastest. Respond immediately, decide now, handle it before you've thought it through. The next right action is the one that actually serves the situation, which is sometimes responding now, but is often waiting, delegating, or simply letting it go. When you stop letting anxiety assign the urgency level of your day, something shifts. You stop reacting and you start deciding. You stop letting your nervous system run the calendar, and you start actually leading your day instead of just surviving it. Your brain did not get stuck in urgent mode overnight, and it will not reset overnight. But every time you pause before you react, you are taking the agenda back from anxiety. By the way, I'm Vinnie Merz, a high-performance anxiety coach. I help ambitious professionals stop anxiety from sabotaging their success, their confidence, and their peace of mind. If you recognize yourself in this video, here's what I want you to hear. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are someone whose brain has been running in emergency mode for so long that normal life started to feel like an emergency. That is not a character flaw. That is a pattern. And patterns can change. But if this pattern is running your workday, your decisions, your relationships, or your peace of mind, do not just nod along and carry it into next week, because this does not stay in one little corner of your life. It starts with emails, tasks, decisions. Then suddenly you cannot relax at dinner, you cannot enjoy a calm moment, and you cannot stop feeling like you're always behind. This is how anxiety keeps shrinking your life. Every false alarm you obey hands anxiety more control over your day. Every time you pause and choose instead of react, you take some of it back. If you are tired of living like everything is an emergency, schedule a free 30-minute strategy session below. We will look at what's keeping you stuck, what needs to change, and if coaching is the right fit for you. The link is below. Take the next step. If this helped you, subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Friday with practical tools to help you take back control. No fluff, no theory, just what actually works. Your brain is not broken. It is just stuck in urgent mode, and it is time to change the setting.